While you sleep tonight, construction continues. While you pray tomorrow morning, materials arrive. While you choose obedience over convenience, another room takes shape in the place Jesus is preparing for you. Your mansion in heaven is not waiting for your arrival to begin construction. It is being built right now, stone by stone, based on the choices you are making in this earthly life. Jesus spoke these words in John chapter 14, verses 2 and 3. In my Father's house are many mansions. I go to prepare a place for you. This promise stands forever. The Greek word translated mansions means dwelling places or abiding rooms. The Father's house contains countless eternal residences, each one prepared specifically for a child who trusted in the Son completely. But preparation is not passive. Jesus prepares according to what you provide. The blueprint of your eternal home is being drawn by your daily decisions on earth right now today. Consider how Moses built the earthly tabernacle. God gave the pattern from heaven, but the people supplied the materials. Gold, silver, bronze, fine linen, and precious stones came from willing hearts. Exodus chapter 35 describes how they brought offerings morning after morning until Moses had to restrain them. Their generosity on earth created the dwelling place where glory would rest among them. This principle echoes into eternity. God provides the pattern for your heavenly mansion, but you supply the materials through your life. What you send ahead determines what awaits when you arrive. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 describes this building process clearly. Paul declares that he laid a foundation, and another builds upon it. Each person must be careful how they build on that foundation. The foundation is Jesus Christ alone. No other foundation can be laid. But upon that foundation you build with gold, silver, precious stones, or with wood, hay, and stubble throughout your life. Fire will test each work to reveal its nature. What survives the fire becomes your eternal reward. What burns away is lost forever, though you yourself are saved through the flames. Some believers will stand before Jesus and watch decades of activity dissolve into ash. Their works were impressive to human eyes, but worthless before divine fire. Nothing remains but smoke. Other believers will stand amazed as their simple faithfulness reveals mountains of gold. Hidden prayers become shining towers. Secret generosity transforms into rooms of indescribable beauty before their eyes forever. Your mansion is built with specific materials sent ahead through specific actions. Let us examine what sends gold, silver, and precious stones into your eternal construction site in heaven above. Prayer sends materials to heaven with every sincere word you speak. Revelation chapter 5 verse 8 describes golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints before God. Every time you kneel in genuine communion with God, something transfers from earth to heaven. Your words become incense. Your tears become jewels. Your intercession becomes building materials for eternity. The more you pray, the more materials you send. Those who rise early to seek His face are shipping construction supplies to heaven while others sleep. Your prayer closet is a supply warehouse. Generosity sends materials ahead with every sacrificial gift you give. Matthew chapter 6 verse 20 commands you to store up treasure in heaven, where moth and rust cannot destroy it ever. Every dollar you give to kingdom purposes transfers value from earth to eternity. What you release here appears there. What you clutch here never arrives there. Generosity is eternal investment wisdom. A widow who gave 2 mites sent more materials than the wealthy who gave from abundance. God measures giving not by amount, but by sacrifice. What costs you something builds something. Suffering embraced for Christ sends the most precious materials of all. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 17 declares that light affliction works an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison. When you suffer for righteousness and maintain faith, glory accumulates in heaven. Pain becomes treasure. Persecution becomes promotion. Every tear shed in faithfulness becomes a diamond in your eternal mansion. Those who suffered most on earth often have the most spectacular dwellings in heaven. Martyrs live in mansions that blind the eyes with brilliance. Their blood-purchased rooms of unimaginable splendor. Obedience in small things sends materials that accumulate over decades. Luke chapter 16 verse 10 promises that faithfulness in little leads to faithfulness in much. Small obediences compound eternally. Every time you chose right when wrong was easier, you sent a stone. Every time you spoke truth when lies were safer, you sent a beam. Every small surrender added to your building. Forgiveness releases materials that unforgiveness would have blocked. When you release offenders from debt, you release blessing over your own eternal dwelling. Bitterness builds nothing, but forgiveness builds abundantly. Those who forgive quickly and completely send steady streams of building materials to heaven. Those who hold grudges dam up the flow. Their mansions remain unfinished because they refuse to release. Soul winning sends materials with eternal multiplication. Daniel chapter 12 verse 3 declares that those who turn many to righteousness shine like stars forever in the heavenly kingdom without end. Every person you lead to Christ adds rooms to your mansion. Their growth adds decoration. Their faithfulness adds expansion. Soul winners live in mansions that keep growing as their fruit continues bearing. Secret acts of kindness send materials that public performance never could. Matthew chapter 6 reveals that the Father who sees in secret rewards openly. Hidden obedience produces visible glory. When you serve someone who can never repay you, heaven takes note. When you give without announcement, angels record. When you love without recognition, construction accelerates on your eternal dwelling place. Now understand what diminishes your building and sends worthless materials that fire will consume. Works done for human applause produce only wood that burns when tested by his eyes. Every ministry motivated by pride, every gift given for recognition, every service performed for reputation, every sacrifice offered for admiration. These produce impressive piles of stubble that vanish in judgment. Disobedience not only fails to build, but tears down what previous obedience constructed. Persistent sin demolishes progress. What took years to build can collapse in moments of rebellion against God. Unforgiveness halts construction completely. Your materials pile up on earth, unable to transfer to heaven. The channel becomes blocked until you release those who have sinned against your heart. Wasted opportunity produces regret, not reward. Time spent on worthless entertainment sends nothing ahead. Hours consumed by distraction build nothing eternal. Passivity produces empty rooms in your dwelling. Fear of man causes you to lay bricks that fire will consume. When you modified truth to please people, you built with hay. When you silenced the spirit to maintain comfort, you built with stubble. Comfort prioritized over calling diminishes your eternal home. Those who chose ease over obedience, safety over sacrifice, and convenience over commission will arrive to find smaller dwellings than possible. But here is the glorious truth about heavenly construction. It is never too late to change what you are building. Every remaining day offers opportunity to send better materials starting right now. Whatever waste lies behind you cannot be recovered, but whatever days remain can be redeemed. Begin today building with gold instead of stubble. Let every remaining hour count for eternal construction. Consider the specific rooms being built in your mansion right now. Each area of faithful living creates corresponding spaces in your eternal dwelling. What you cultivate here, you inhabit there forever. Your prayer life builds the throne room of your mansion. Those who prioritized intimacy with God on earth will have vast chambers of communion awaiting them in heaven beyond their imagination. Your generosity builds the treasury rooms. Those who gave sacrificially will discover vaults of reward they cannot exhaust. Their earthly giving materialized into heavenly wealth stored up for eternal enjoyment. Your suffering builds the glory halls. Those who endured trials with faith will walk corridors blazing with light, transformed from their tears. Pain became radiance through the alchemy of faithful endurance. Your evangelism builds guest chambers. Those who won souls will have rooms prepared for reunion with every person they helped to reach. The welcome hall expands with every salvation that resulted from their witness. Your family faithfulness builds the heritage wings. Those who raised children in the faith, who loved spouses through difficulty, who honored parents consistently, will find rooms celebrating every faithful relationship. Your secret obedience builds hidden gardens. Those who obeyed when no one watched will discover private spaces of beauty known only to them and God. Secret faithfulness produces secret reward. Your worship builds the music chambers. Those who praised through pain, who sang through sorrow, who magnified God despite circumstances, will find rooms echoing with eternal melodies they helped compose. Now see the workers on your construction site. Angels labor according to divine assignment, but their materials come from you. Hebrews chapter 1 verse 14 describes angels as ministering spirits for heirs. These servants receive what your life produces and build according to the pattern God designed specifically for you. They wait for materials. When you send gold, they build with gold forever. When you send nothing, they wait. When you send stubble, they cannot use it. When you send treasure, they rejoice, and construction accelerates. Your life determines the pace of their work. Jesus himself oversees every mansion being built. He is the architect and the superintendent. He walks the construction site of your eternal home, examining every stone being laid for you. He knows which rooms will bring you greatest joy. He understands what spaces your soul requires. His preparation accounts for everything you need throughout eternity. He makes no mistakes in planning, but his preparation responds to your participation. He cannot build with materials you never sent. He will not construct rooms that your life never funded. Partnership governs heavenly construction completely. The day is coming when you will see your mansion for the first time. Imagine that moment. Angels lead you through gates toward the place prepared specifically for you from before foundations. Will you gasp at the grandeur or grieve at the smallness? Will you explore countless rooms or stand in a single chamber? Will every corner tell stories of faithfulness or reveal emptiness? The answer to those questions is being written right now by how you spend this week. What you do with these next 7 days adds or subtracts from your eternal dwelling. Let this vision restructure your priorities today. Stop building on earth what you cannot keep. Start sending to heaven what you cannot lose. Transfer your investment from temporal to eternal immediately. Increase your prayer life knowing that every word builds something. Extend your generosity knowing that every gift transfers something. Embrace your suffering knowing that every tear deposits something valuable. Seek opportunities for obedience in small matters. Look for people to serve without recognition. Find places to give without acknowledgement. Let secret faithfulness become your lifestyle of eternal construction. Forgive everyone who has wounded you so that construction can resume without hindrance. Release every debt so that your materials can flow freely. Bitterness is too expensive for you to afford. Pursue souls with urgency, knowing that every person you reach expands your mansion. Share the gospel without shame. Invest in discipleship without growing weary. Your fruit multiplies your dwelling eternally. Choose obedience over comfort consistently. Select the narrow path over the broad road daily. Deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow Jesus, knowing that self-denial builds eternal expansion. Reject the cheap building materials of pride, performance, and people-pleasing. Build only with pure motives. Let love for God and love for people govern every action that you take. When temptation comes, remember your mansion. When weariness presses, remember your mansion. When sacrifice hurts, remember your mansion. Let the vision of your eternal home strengthen present obedience. Your mansion will stand forever once construction completes. What you build now, you inhabit for countless ages. Temporary effort produces permanent dwelling. Brief faithfulness creates eternal habitation with God. Share this message with every believer you know. Many have forgotten, that their choices build their eternity. Awaken them to the construction happening now. Your sharing could expand someone's mansion. Subscribe to this channel and activate notifications for more teachings that prepare you for eternal life. Comment below and declare that you are sending gold, silver, and precious stones today. The construction crews are waiting for your next delivery of materials. The architect is watching for your next act of obedience. The mansion is rising with every choice you make today. Go now and build wisely. Send treasure ahead with every prayer, every gift, every tear, every obedience. Your mansion awaits. Make it glorious. Make it vast. Make it worthy of the King.